Okay, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Shift. It's the 19th of August. Where has the month gone? Oh, well, we only got 11 days left, or does this month have 31 days? Anyways, either way, it's going too fast. Time is flying. Hope you guys are having a wonderful month. So tonight, our question is going to be, what is a product that you feel is underutilized and why, and how do you use it, or whatever you really want to say about it? So if you have an opinion, you can throw that in the chat. We were kind of discussing beforehand what ours would be. And so who wants to go first? You want me to go first? You guys want to go first? Okay, I'll go. I actually shared this the other day on my Instagram story. So I was actually really glad. And I had several people respond saying, oh my gosh, I totally agree with you. And it's travel tins. So I feel like if you travel tins, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I haven't ordered a travel tin. And like, was it you, Ross? I haven't ordered one in like 10 years, right? Like I haven't used travel tins at all. And so I ordered a bunch of travel tins because, and I've kind of shared this on Shift before, so you may have heard this, but I had a bread cabinet at my house in my old kitchen. And every time I opened that cabinet, it just smelled funky, but I didn't have a warmer. I wasn't put a warmer or anything in there, right? And so I have this, it's not a 3M tape. It's called a nano tape. And it's this clear, sticky tape, and you can use it for all sorts of different things. It's like $3.99 on Amazon for like 9 feet. I love it to death. But I stuck it on the back of my travel tins, and I've put that inside like my pantry, the wall, like you can't see right on the edge of the door. I put them on the inside of the doors. I've got them on my medicine cabinet. I did the same thing in my closet. So I have been sticking travel tins literally everywhere. And so that would be, they actually do put off quite a bit of fragrance. So if you haven't tried those out, that would be the one that I would definitely recommend. And I actually ordered a whole bunch more to start sending out as some customer thank yous for those larger orders, so that they can be experiencing those as well. We can bring back the travel tin.
I have to order travel tins. I was actually just looking to see what fragrances they came in, because I haven't ordered a travel tin since they came out, which I don't even remember, but that was a long time ago. Like I just never order them. So I actually have two products that I think are underutilized. And I'm kind of an OCD about fragrance. I love smell. Obviously, that's why we're here. But I mean, like I'm crazy with it. And I have a cleaning problem. Like I like to clean a lot. So my first product is going to be room sprays. I think they should be everywhere in your house, in your car, in your purse, in your suitcase, in your backpack, your diaper bag. It doesn't matter. Room sprays should go everywhere with you. And every time you walk into a nasty Walmart bathroom, seem to always smell disgusting, but whatever. Any public bathroom you go into, you should be giving it a freshen up with a little bit of room spray. And my second product would be all-purpose cleaner. If you guys haven't tried our all-purpose cleaner, maybe you're just not into all-purpose cleaner, period, or you've never experienced any for that matter. I'm here to tell you that ours is magnificent. I love it. And the reason I think I love it so much is in North Carolina, we have a lot of red clay. And so my dogs are in and out. It gets red clay on the white baseboards, which I don't know why I have white baseboards now, but I do. It just gets all of that gunk. And you know how like when dirt builds up, it sits for like a couple of weeks and it doesn't like wipe right off. This will make it turns a dingy baseboard or dingy floor back into a brand new looking floor or baseboard. It's amazing. So give it a try. How about Jen Audette? Looks like she should go next.
Okay. So I have two also, but they kind of go together. So my daughter, I have a 17-year-old, and this is probably her favorite Scentsy product right now. She uses it every day and can't live without it. And I love it too. I just don't use it every day, but I love it. So it's our sugar scrub. If you guys aren't actually using our sugar scrub, you're missing out. It is amazing. And then I do love the body spray. So I know it's not super, super strong and it doesn't like make you smell all day long, but I just keep it handy or keep it in your car or keep it anywhere. It's just great, a great little quick freshen up, and it smells so good. If you spray yourself before you go into a store or before you go somewhere, people are always going to say, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And it's an easy sell. So that's mine.
So
Did I forget to talk about?
Sorry. Yes. So I'm going to just amen to the room spray, because the room spray is totally why I signed up for Scentsy. It is literally like what, like it sold me the Flower Shop room spray. It just lasted forever. So that, I just wanted to give amen to that. And Jody, once I was in line at Disney World and standing there forever and it was stinky, and I pulled mine out and sprayed it for sure during Disney World lineup. Also, my favorite, I love the odor out scent, and it doesn't come in anything but Scentsy Fresh now. And I used to like buy like crazy in the room spray, but now it stays in my Scentsy club in the Scentsy Fresh, and I love it on everything. I think it is the best scent out of all of them, in my opinion. And I make samples of it and I hand that out to all my customers, and they almost all want it because I've talked about it so much now.
Did we lose Heather?
No, I am here, but I was answering a question to a customer. Sorry, she was texting me at the same time, and I'm going to step out because I think it's probably a little loud where I'm at. Okay, so my favorite product that I think is underused. Okay, it's a lot of them. Who am I kidding? Okay, here's what I'm going to shoot you straight. So I am a warmers and wax kind of girl. Oh, the sun is bright, so sorry. I'm a warmers and wax kind of girl, and what I try is what I use, and that's typically what I talk about. So I'm going to challenge you to pick a product, 1, 2, or 3 of them this week on your next open party that you have or host rewards that you're using. Purchase those items, either free or half price, and use them. Figure out what you like about them, what you don't like about them. And when you find out you don't like something about it, talk yourself into why you do love it. So it's overcoming those obstacles and finding the reasons why you don't like it, but focusing on the parts that are really good, because you're going to relate to people and be able to share and talk about them. So like I agree, like I have not tried the travel Tims, and I don't know how long I've had the same one. I've probably shown for 15 years with a fingerprint in it, because people didn't think they were anything in the containers. Like, is something even inside of here? And I'm like, yes, actually, you see where someone put their finger in it. And that's how you know it's like a scented gel. So the product I think I am going to buy next is the one, the all-purpose cleaner, because I don't use it. I need to try it. Hear that it's really great even on vinyl planking floors, which I have. So that's going to be my next challenge to myself, is to pick 1 to 3 products that I've never used and use it. Like, I don't think I've even really used the scent softener that much, maybe once or twice in my life as a consultant in 12 years. So yeah, that's my challenge to you, because there's quite a bit of.
To me, I'll go.
Well, let's start, Julie. So
Yep. I think same as everybody else, room sprays. When I was hiding my kit when I joined, a pumpkin roll room spray is what I brought to the office. And when no one was looking, I started spraying it. And my boss was like, I don't know what the heck you're doing this time, but that smells delicious. So a room spray, I think Jody said it the other day on a call we're on, like, it's an obsession now. I like collect them. I have a shelf of room sprays that I feel like I might run out of, but I spray them on my wreaths before people come over outside, outside. I've sprayed them in my mailbox before. Like, you can spray those babies on everywhere and it smells absolutely incredible. So I love the room sprays. And with puppies, like Heather just said, that all-purpose cleaner and a mop bucket is life, truly. Like, puppies and just everywhere. I probably use way too much than I should, but I talk about it with all my customers, and I've sold a ton because of it. Anyone who has animals, it is a godsend in mop bucket. So both of those, if you're not using them, buy some, try them, spray it on your wreaths, spray it. Like, I use more room spray probably outside than I do inside. So if you have a porch, if you have anything outside where people are walking in, you can spray it everywhere. So room sprays times 100 for me.
I have to add on something really, really quick, because I just really thought of it. So I do collect room sprays. Like, it's a problem for me. But this week I was traveling and I couldn't pack a wall fan. Like, it would not fit, y'all. I mean, I packed myself to the but these are TSA compliant, just in case you didn't know. You just toss them in your little liquid bag and you go. And I took Berry Bright with me this weekend, and this sounds terrible, but there was 8 of us in one bedroom. Like, we had bunk beds. It was so weird and awesome at the same time. But my room and all my roommates loved Berry Bright. So make sure you have one when you travel. The end.
Okay, Melissa, you're not on my home screen, but it says you're here in the chat. Do you want to throw one out there?
I'm
Yeah,
here. Okay,
okay.
tell
Here
me,
you are.
but tell me how exactly you asked the question.
A product that you feel is underutilized and how to use it.
Um, so underutilized, I think. Well, I would say room spray, except everybody said room spray, so it's obviously not that underutilized because people are using them. But I'm still a big fan of the Scentsy Go. Like, I don't know if I think we've kind of gotten away from the Scentsy Go a little bit because we've got other products that have kind of not necessarily taken its place, but maybe it's gotten overshadowed a little bit by the mini fan diffuser. But my Scentsy Go sits right at my desk, plugged in all the time, laying down so that it blows or shoots at me. So it just lays on my shelf and I love it because my little area right here is perfectly scented for me with saddle up pods. But I think that the Scentsy Go has been forgotten a little bit. And so I'm here to tell you that I still love it so much. And it smells
I
amazing.
love that. I do. I absolutely love it. I will admit my Scentsy Go, I am not really sure where it's at. So I might have to find it again.
I
and
love
store
it.
Yeah.
And you really can
Um,
take it. You can take it with you. Like, I literally have one that I throw in my suitcase and take everywhere with me. So there is nothing worse than going somewhere and having a scent emergency and being naked. Like, legitimately, have you gone to a hotel room or gone to stay at somebody's house and you need emergency Scentsy and you don't have JP, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you
there
don't
was one
have it?
time I went to a hotel room. I'm a fan of booking everything through the actual website, not Expedia, not Travelocity. Well, this time I remember I specifically did, and I got in a hotel room and I had a smoking room. And but for me, it just didn't work. And I remember taking my room spray and I sprayed toilet paper and stuck it in the vents because I was like, okay, this is going to work somehow. I'm going to use this to make it.
You,
No.
you know what else we've done for Scentsy emergencies in hotel rooms is scent packs hanging on the air conditioning vent in the hotel room. So and it really does work. But I mean, you know what's hilarious is when you see a room full of Scentsy consultants trying to figure out how to scent the place. It's like Survivor, like trying to find sticks to make a fire. Everybody's emptying their purses, here, I got 2 pods, I got a half of a room spray, I got a scent pack. And the best part is seeing Scentsy consultants scramble to scent a place. So we've all been there, right?
Another funny, and then we can get back to it because I just love talking about funny stories. But Melissa is not a fan of Jammy Time, and it is one of my most favorite fragrances. So we were standing outside the airport, wherever it was that Pam picked us up at, and not only had I washed my clothes in Jammy Time, but I have a scent pack that hangs off the backpack part, this handle up here. And she is like, why do you smell like that? And I just reeked of Jammy Time. And I was in my glory because I smelled good. I had Jammy Time room spray, I had Jammy Time scent pack, and I washed all my clothes in Jammy Time. And she had to sit next to me in a crowded car. And I think she almost died, but
it was horrible. It was horrible.
I loved it. I smelled so good.
No, and that's just like the time I flew to Summit with Joyce Kopp, and she had 2 fuzzy blanket scent packs hanging from her purse, and that was just as bad. But you want to know one other little funny thing? See, we could do the whole call on this. Do you remember when we all got Ellie the elephant or Ollie the elephant or whatever from convention? And I will never forget at the airport when everybody's bags came down the conveyor and they had the elephant in their suitcases. It was like this massive, and I think clothesline was the scent.
It was it Denver?
It was and it came off the conveyor and we were all coming
I thought
home
it was
from
newborn
convention.
nursery.
Was it? Newborn nursery.
No.
It probably was.
Well, this is what I remember. Talk about evoking memories. I had a fever blister, a cold sore at that event. And I remember getting up and be like, I can't smell any more newborn nursery to save my life. And all I think about is that cold sore that I had at that reunion because of that.
All right. Well, I think about the Scentsy Buddy coming off. I love you, JP. No, it's so funny, right? House fragrance evokes memories is amazing. Okay. Back to you.
I
Callie.
will say one more use for, because I don't think I was typing, I didn't respond to a few things, so I may have missed it. But if for the room sprays, nobody mentioned using it as poopery in the toilets, the before you go spray. Just got, just trust me. It does work. So, all right. So yes, we thought that would be fun. It definitely was fun. Lots of memories, lots of exciting things. We could go on and on forever. And I will say that there's some that we all love and there's some that we all hate, but somebody loves them somewhere. So that's all that matters. So we're going to talk about a couple different things tonight. First things first, I think I might be one of the first. And if I'm wrong, then maybe I know there's probably some others here in the city as well. I have my glam collection. And normally I go live in my group page and we share that. It's currently still available. Everything is still available. We have more buddies coming. So we thought we would go through those really quickly. We could show you. I don't know if somebody wants to pull up the descriptions because I did not pull descriptions. So you can see what we have going on here. And then we're going to talk a little bit about LTOs because we do have a lot of LTOs coming up. LTOs, limited time offers for newer consultants. And we have Harvest Collection coming. We have Harvest Collection and we have the Holiday Collection, plus just random LTOs here and there. And then we also have something fun for Canva coming up towards the end. So if that's something you've wanted to look into, we've got lots of different stuff happening. I saw the question, Patsy. I did stream it to Facebook. Yes, so it should be up and going. Okay, so first things first, warmer came in. I should have that up. One second, let me pull this up when I have their screen. There we go. Back up. Okay, so first things first, we have the warmer. I don't even know where I'm going to put this. I really don't, but it is absolutely stunning. And I feel like everybody freaking needs this warmer. I think it's fun to see them in person. So it is very bright. It's definitely going to be one of your brighter warmers because it's just clear glass here. It is crackled, so everybody's is going to look different. It is a $55. I'm going to try and get it really close so you can see what I mean. It's kind of like a crackled glaze finish, but it is actually like a really, really pretty bronze. It's not a yellowy bronze. Absolutely. Like I said, when these warmers come out, sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I feel like I have to find somewhere because they're just that absolutely positively beautiful. And I said 55 and I'm hoping that's correct. So if I'm wrong, I was getting ready to pull that up. Okay,
yes,
here we go.
Yes. I pulled it up for you. So if you have a question,
Perfect.
You can let me know and I can answer it,
Okay.
but I'll paste it into the comments.
Awesome. Okay, so next here is the Spiffy the Sloth Buddy. He is absolutely adorable. He's got glam hands and feet. He even crosses his legs like a gentleman. Would you look at that? Eyes are glittery. So I don't know if you can see that, but the eyes are glittery. Bow tie is glittery. He's super duper adorable. And then we have Posh the Poodle. I think this is like, I don't know about you, but when I think of the glam collection and the whole style and the whole vibe, this is it. And I think that glam, Posh, the poodle, all things. Oh, Jason Gorsuch agrees up there. So we've got the cute little vest that does not, well, I mean, let me look. You could take the vest off if you really wanted to. So if you wanted the vest to come off, you could. There is just little stitches right at the little bow right here. But it is attached. You've got your cute little fluff paws. Again, the same little glittery glam feet. It's super soft, like as all of our buddies, and even the little eyeliner and the glitter eyes. You gotta love that, right? Would it be eyeliner or do you think it's lashes? I guess that would be up for debate. Wing light. I'm thinking like winged liner that's in style, right? But super duper adorable on both of those. Next. And then the reason we also this one, we did this with Bring Back My Bar as well. And I think you guys really enjoyed it when we had the bars. We were able to go through and give you a description because I understand that sometimes it's not in everybody's budget to go ahead and order all of the bits and all of the pieces and to kind of see and fill. And so I know that's why I do these lives in our group, is because it gives you that perspective that maybe a consultant would have versus just the marketing or what comes out, right? So the bars I have not smelled yet. If you do buy the bundle, they come in a bag that matches. This I will be marketing as the perfect gift bundle for the holidays, right? Because it's something that comes in a bag already. If you wanted to add another bow, you could, but it's pretty much already gift wrapped and ready to go. I want to add real quickly, the boxes for the three that I already showed you, they're standard boxes. So they're not They're not like, those ones aren't gift wrap, but your sloth, right? It's a standard. He's got little glasses and bow ties. The poodle one I threw, but same concept. So, but they're all this, you throw it in, you maybe got some pretty wrapping, you wrap the warmer or any warmer, and you've got a perfect gift to go. So first things first, I'm going to do Keep It Sassy. Jody, why don't you go ahead and tell us what Keep It Sassy is? Oh,
Please hold. Keep It Sassy is, ooh. Playful sparkling lemon brings out the sweet side of cherry blossoms and sugar cone.
Okay, it reminds me of something we've had before, and I wish somebody else had their collection because I would love to hear what you think it smells like. It is sweet, but it's also a little bit floral. I think it's a nice light fragrance. I definitely don't think it's gonna be one overpowering, especially as we're going into fall and we're gonna have a lot of those fall fragrances and things. It's not a fall fragrance, in my opinion. It would remind me, if you've been around for a while, it would remind me of something from the I want to call it the gem collection. What was that one called? The crystal collection,
Yeah.
right? Maybe a little bit rose quartz-ish. If you liked rose quartz, maybe that's a little, which was one that I loved. It's a great fragrance. Also, it's reflective, so it's got really nice. Look at that Scentsy logo in gold. Isn't that fancy? I like it a lot. Okay, so we got that one. Next is Sweet But Fierce. I feel like everybody should put in the chat. If you, so here, I'll tell you the three names of that, or all, not three, I'll tell you all the names. If you were one of these bars, which one would you be? Okay. And so we just did Keep It Sassy. We have Born to Shine, With Grace, Dazzle Darling, and Sweet But Fierce. So which one do you think you would be? Jason, you're sweet yet fierce. Is that what you're saying? All right.
So the
okay,
description
what
of
is
Sweet
the
But Fierce was
Yeah.
Soothing pink jasmine and sweet violet get bold with a burst of crystallized sugar. So they both have some sort of sugar element so far, the two that you've done,
Okay.
which I typically
but they're
like. So I'm
very
curious.
different though.
Are they?
Okay, so Sweet But Fierce, you definitely can smell the sandalwood. So if you like a sandalwood fragrance, definitely Sweet But Fierce. Or if your customers have liked some of our fragrances that have sandalwood, I might have to click it to see, because I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of what other notes you said to see if I smell them. I do smell the floral aspect. I said sandalwood, but I meant jasmine.
Jasmine, yeah.
Yes. The violet is not too strong. It's definitely more of a perfumey. I also would not say super sweet. You know how, and this is going to sound contradictory, but the scent Sugar, it's coming, that we've had in the past. It's almost like that is a sweet fragrance, but just like mellow that down a little bit. And I get a little hint of sugar.
Well, that's good news. I have several customers who want sugar and don't have it yet, don't have it in their club. So that's a good one.
Yes. I mean, again, there is still that floral side. There's still that jasmine, but it reminds me more of sugar. Okay. I'm seeing some fun ones. With Grace. I guess I should have asked you, and why do you think that? Right? Because with Grace, I definitely would not be Grace. I am not graceful whatsoever.
I'm not going to tell you the description until you review it for us. Review for us, and then I.
Born to Shine.
Oh, I thought you were going with Grace.
Oh, I can do that one. I got it right here. So if you don't know, you pop it out of the clamshell. It smells different on the bottom, I promise. Okay, but with Grace, it has roses on it. So I'm going to assume there's some rose in it. Okay. So all of these, this one has more of like, it doesn't smell like baby powder, but the first thought that I got was like a powder, like a powder type base. It actually, I don't smell rose. What is it, Jody?
Well, it says it's alluring gardenia blossoms in sweet pink peony dance delicately with hints of soft musk. So sometimes I feel like I confuse musk and the powder. I don't know why, but that might be what you're smelling. Like
so what's interesting is I like it. I don't, if you're in my group and you've watched my things, I don't do florals. So, but I doesn't I mean, again, we've got to warm these, right? We got to give them a try. But there could be something in there that gives me a headache, but I do like it. Okay, gotcha. Moving on. Right. Born to Shine. Tell us, babe. Or do you like it the reverse? You like me to tell you what I think? I like it for
you to give me your opinion first before I tell you what's in it.
I don't like it. It smells like soap. Oh, I don't
boy.
like it at all.
You don't like
Okay,
soap?
Born to Shine. It smells soapy. It smells a little spicy, just but like not like peppery, like a peppery spicy. You know how sometimes you have those perfumes that just smell like more peppery? That's what it makes me think of.
So purple perfume, purple.
I mean, but that's personal. That's there's other,
Well, I mean, it's nectarine and pear blossoms that boldly take center stage, while the cashmere musk offers a warm and enlivening encore.
I don't get pear or whatever that other thing, nectar at all. But you know
like
what? This is where I wish
cashmere.
some of you guys else had your bars here, right? Because
Right.
I
This would be
don't.
more fun if we all had them, but you're doing a great job.
It is. It smells. I don't know. I don't get that. But to me, it's more peppery. It's more soapy. It's more spicy. Maybe that's the musk. I don't know. But again, maybe all those will come out when we warm it. Okay. Last but not least, Dazzle, darling. This would be mine because I always say, hey, darling, like that would have to be why it would be mine. But okay, go ahead. I'm supposed to tell you.
I don't think she likes it. Anybody else get that? I don't think she
Sorry.
likes it.
I don't know how to lie. I don't.
Well, you shouldn't.
Tell us what's in it.
It's salted grapefruit, catches some rays beside sparkling coastal waters and calming beach sage.
That tells me why. Okay. Wow.
I like the color.
So it is very, I think of like grapefruit, like skin. That's what I originally like. So if you like grapefruit, like the peel, the skin, like it's a bit more like citrusy, like sharp citrus. No?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely clean. I can smell the cleanness. It's like a clean
Bathroom smell, maybe? Like
a clean citrus. Yes, definitely. I would think more of a bathroom smell, clean citrus. If you like that type of thing, I did get the
like when
sparkle.
they have that color wax, it's like that ocean and it's very clean and it's something you put in your bathroom kind of fragrance.
Yes, it's the same color as ocean, but I would not compare it to ocean.
Okay. Good to know.
But so anyways, here's the deal though. If you like a clean fragrance, like a clean citrusy fragrance, this is the one. Almost think like I almost think of Pine Sol as well. Like,
oh, I would love it.
so I think people that like that type of fragrance would love, love, love this. This one definitely. I'm thinking those that like not quite Alpha Me Coast from the past, but like more of that spicy type fragrance would really love the Born to Shine with Grace. Maybe your florals, but again, I get that powder fragrance. Sweet but fierce. I do like that.
Is that your favorite?
Nope. Keep It Sassy is my favorite. Keep It Sassy is my favorite for sure. So anyways, that is the Glam collection, you guys, all still available. It is an LTO. You have 30 days to add these to your club. So when you get those, there's two things here that I would say. Okay. If you are on the fence about getting these, but you don't want to get the full collection, you can add it to your club. So you can add them for 30 days and you can always remove them. So if it was brought it in and it was something that you didn't like, then you could go ahead and you could remove it, or you could keep it if you had a customer. So 30 days to get those. If it sells out, then that's really the thing you'd have to worry about, right? But if it doesn't sell out, you can still order the collection. Yes, Jody, wow, you were fast. Look at you type away. If it doesn't sell out, then it's still going to be there. But I think this is a collection, again, will make a perfect gift. All of them are absolutely beautiful. I think a fun thing would be, I know some people around the holidays, they'll have those little parties where you bring 3 of your favorite gifts and you pass them around and stuff like that. I would say I would almost bring, if I had 5 girlfriends, I would bring one and I would give them each the one that reminded me of them. Like you're sassy, you're Born to Shine because you're the fabulous one that's always glitz then. There's so many things that you could do with this to have a fun time and kind of just add it to whatever you're doing. And then I'm excited to see what other buddies get to come out. Let's talk real quickly about a few LTO tips because we are getting to LTO season. Does anybody want to run with that? Yes, no, maybe so. No? Okay. So LTO tips. First of all, as always, I think it's important to lead with the Don't get upset, Crystal. Yes. Okay. So one of the things I think comes with LTOs, and again, limited time offers means while supplies last. A lot of times we've gotten spoiled where Scentsy will come back and they'll do a second chance pre-order and things like that. I feel like most of the time that's less likely with our harvest collection and our holiday collection. So do keep that in mind, because a lot of times by the time we get those in, it's no longer the season. And so don't really expect that for yourself or for your customers, but lead with the expectation of, hey, I'm so excited to get this order placed for you. I am going to do my very best. If for some reason I don't get those items for you, I will communicate that right away. And so that is kind of the way to set that expectation for your customer, is letting them know Scentsy is a hot item. I'm going to do my best. Another thing you can follow that up with is, if I'm not able to get that for you, is there something else I can order in place of that? Because they're already anticipating spending that money with you. And so why not have a backup plan instead of just canceling? So that is something to be prepared for. The next thing to be prepared for is have all their payment information in advance. Make sure, like, you could say, you know, if you're going to use an actual credit card, they're not paying you with Venmo or anything like that. Make sure that you double check with them and say, okay, I just want to make sure this is your most recent card. Heather the other day, Heather, I'm going to use you as an example. She's like, are you guys having any issues with payments? And we're like, no, I haven't tried to run anything today. She's like, man, you know, I tried to run 2 payments and this happened, and she ran it through PayPal and that didn't work either. And it turns out that both of them had cards, but it just randomly, both of them had expired cards and they didn't realize it. And so, you know, make sure that you're checking those, or they had gotten new cards for whatever reason. You don't want it to be 3 o'clock in the morning if that's when we're ordering. I'm not sure what the expected release time is yet. You don't want it to be 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, crap, I can't close this, or I'm using my card or whatnot. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Make sure payment information is up to date. And if you are, brain fart, I had another one. We were going with that, and then it was going to move into not connecting. It's not firing today.
You're
So
thinking, I just say one thing. So I like to think of LTOs as like the dollar spot at Target. So how many times have you watched Melissa Gratz's story and she's got this awesome thing from Target and you're so excited and you run to Target as fast as you can? For me, that takes 35 minutes. But if I get in my car right that second, and when I get there, it is sold out. So that stinks. I'm super frustrated. But maybe if you use that example, because I've seen a few of you write how your teams are super upset, like, you have to think of it that way. It's an LTO. It's not a full catalog item. So think of it like that. Think of Melissa Gratz every time an LTO drops and think, you know what? If you get it, you're lucky. If you don't, you're not. And that's just the way it is.
Thanks, Jen. I want everybody's going to be thinking about me now every single time something sells out, and they're going to be cursing me.
Anything else
But
on
it
the
is-
LTOs?
Oh, yeah, I was hoping my brain would start to fire the way that it was supposed to. I really did have another tip. If possible, have them, if they will PayPal you or give you cash or Venmo, remember using friend to friend only, because you don't want it to take a fee. If you can, if they will do that, it does make it easier for you at checkout to not have to enter in all of those cards and all of that information. So all you have to do is just use your card and check out. I know mine is saved in my browsers, right? And I just have to put my code that I have memorized because I do way too much online shopping. So that makes it super duper easy for you. Some other great things that you can use, and I don't know, ladies, you'll have to correct me, but if you want to collect your orders via I use Google Form personally. I've heard Jot Forms links, I don't know if they still are having issues posting to socials.
I think they're working now, for the record. Yes.
Okay.
They're back to
so that if you do use Jot Form, you can still, try that, use that. It's a great way to collect the information, to show those pictures. Always still when you're closing those out, upsell. Do you need cotton cleanups? Do you need any extra light bulbs? Do you have warmers from last season that you would like a colored light bulb for? So yesterday I opened the warmer of the month on my group page, and I actually really loved next month's warmer of the month. So the one coming out September 1st with a green light bulb. It made it much more spooky. It made it a lot more fun. So always offer those as an upsell, because it's only an extra $2, but it's an extra 2 PRV. It's an extra little bit that goes in the end adds up, right? As you continue to do that. I loved the comment also when we were talking about underutilized products. Somebody had mentioned cord concealing bases. We only have 2 currently, but who hasn't used a cord concealing base? So there are people that haven't, because if you haven't, okay, it seriously, especially if you have the mini warmers on a stand. Did I say base? I apologize. I was thinking 2 thoughts together in one. See, not connecting, not firing. But if you have the mini warmers on a base and then you put it on a stand, it takes, because there's a reason why you're using it that way, right? You have a smaller space that you're wanting to kind of confine things. And so it makes sense to put those on a stand with the cord concealing base. And I can't, they mean the same thing. They're both bases that you put things on. They're the same, but they're called a stand, not a base. But I love those and I use those all over. I also use them actually sometimes if I have an extra and I'm not using it with a warmer. There's been times when I've actually put it under things to add just that extra couple inch of height, and I might cover it with, maybe it's the snow for Christmas and things like that. Yes, Jody, go ahead and show.
Oh, I'm not muted. Sorry. I was just showing as you were talking that if they haven't seen one, I ordered another one in today. So I love them for height. Even if I'm not going to hide a cord, I still use these all over my house. They're not just for warmers, but you wrap the cord around in here and then you can bring it out the back end. And so it hides your cord so it's not dangling around. But I do love these for lots and lots of different reasons. And they're great to add on to people, especially if they're going to use a warmer on anything that's antique or wood. You want to protect it. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but anything that contains fragrance oil, whether it's a Scentsy product, a Walmart product, a bathroom, it doesn't matter who makes it. If it has fragrance oil in it and it comes in contact with any surface, it will eat through that surface. So you want to make sure that you're educating your customers and they're trying to do your best to protect them. And that does include room sprays, y'all. So if room spray gets in the hands of little ones who just want to sit there and spray the back of a camper bathroom door, it will eat the bathroom door. Just so you know. There's my tip.
So I'm assuming that happened to you. Well, that's why I actually like to use the room sprays in the toilet, because then you don't have to like go slip and slide in and stuff.
Or was just bored. She just wanted to squirt the door. She was bored. But I heard about it. Let me tell you.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's think. What else with LTOs? We're not getting frustrated. We're going to be prepared. We're going to have our parties all open. If you want to get creative, you can put products in there, get your host rewards claimed and delete all those. Sometimes I like to just use one big item like a diffuser, or now we even have the air purifiers, right? Those are big PRV items. So you can get to that point, have everything kind of ready to go, and then your customers and delete those. That can be one way that you can do it. There will be a queue, so keep that in mind. The reason I think you have to think that most of the time your customers probably aren't going to get up at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning unless they're like a diehard fan of something, right? They're probably not going to get up. So that's why being organized as a consultant yourself is helpful, because you're probably going to be placing their orders on their behalf. I don't have a lot of customers that are going to get up that early. I don't know about you guys, but so that's one of the things. Make it fun. If you want to hang out with your team, do a fun team thing, maybe a couple of your friends. I know there's been times we've gotten on Zoom at 3 o'clock in the morning to get those orders placed, even though really we're like, oh my gosh, did you get it? I got my stuff. Did you get da-da-da? So make it fun, have a good time. Remember to have a positive attitude, because at the end of the day, things will sell out. Something will sell out. And it probably is going to be the item that some of you will get and then some of you won't. And it's going to be this whole thing. I think to remember that people, they've told us time and time again, I feel like that when we say this, the people that need to hear it don't hear it. But if you can stand up for Scentsy when you see it, people really aren't buying like 45 of one warmer. Like, I feel like people really think that people are buying all these extras, and they have the numbers. They can see how many people are ordering what. They really aren't overstocking. So just be ready, be organized, maybe take a nap during the day, and remember to upsell, bundle and save, and make it happen, because it's going to be a great season. I'm excited for all that we have to come. And I know there will be some stuff left over, so that when you get those in and you review them, then you can share them with your customers and all of the fun things. Does anybody have any LTO tips before we let Kimmy and Jody take it to the next level?
I just have one quick little thing. So when you were talking about the Google form, the Jot form or Google order form, one of the ways that I get a ton of fundraisers is on every single thing that any customer ever fills out. One of my last question is always, do you know any groups or individuals that could use a fundraiser? And then I say, I do a lot of very successful fundraisers, both large and small. And then I leave a space for them to write whatever they want. And I have probably booked in the last year, I'd say 9 to 10 fundraisers just because of that question. And those are the best people to flip, guys. Doing a fundraiser is fantastic because you can flip it and you say, and then you get to be the one that donates your commission and your business is already up and going.
I think while you're on that, especially if people are going to use that for LTOs that are coming up, I think you should share the other 2 questions that you add about parties and the way that you format them.
So I learned this from someone else. I wish I could remember who it was. I'm not sure, sorry, whoever it was, I'm so thankful to this person, but I ask on every single form that I have, same thing, I have, how interested would you be in booking a party with me? I give them 0 to 10. 0 is absolutely no interest at all. 10 is tell me everything I can possibly know. And then the same question for how interested are you in looking to do something to make extra money? And then I always put in parentheses, I promise this is just information. I'm not going to stalk you and beg you and bubble, however I word it. And again, it's 0 to 10. 0 is absolutely no interest. To 10 is tell me everything you can. And the thing is if they choose 1, then they have a little bit of interest. That's why I love having the 0 and the 1. So if you give them 1 as the lowest number, which I think some people do that, they think it's a little more tricky, but I feel like 0 is 0. Like if they say 0, I'm going to keep asking them, but I'm not going to check in on them. If they say 1, I know they have the tiniest bit of something. So their name goes on my dream team list and I will check in with them regularly just to see if they want to book a party, because I at least know that they love Scentsy and that maybe sometime down the road, you guys know that one of my most recent consultants that joined who are in Sensational Start Level 3, I have been asking for 10 years. So never stop asking, but those are great questions to ask so that you can kind of get a feeling for how, if they have any interest whatsoever.
Absolutely love it. All right. So next, I told you we're going to cover a couple different things tonight. So Jody and Kimmy are going to share with you, and I better make sure screen share is on. They're going to share with you some stuff in Canva.
All right, guys. So I have a couple things I want to say before Miss Kimmy shares this awesome Canva idea that she shared with me sometime last week. One, listen to everything that she has to say before you ask your questions. So write them down so you don't forget about them, because as we're going, your question may be answered. And the second thing is we only have about 15 minutes or so left, and I really try to respect that time frame because for me, I want to go to bed at 9 o'clock. So if there are additional questions that come up or anything like that, we can try to cover them at a later time as well. This is a very simple concept that Kimmy taught me last week, and I was just blown away. And I'm like, this could be really big for a lot of people. So I have dubbed it the clickable party. And so Miss Kimmy is going to explain to you through Canva how you can make that happen. So are you ready, Kimmy?
I believe so.
Awesome. Take it away, my girl.
Okay, so I actually don't know to even give credit where I saw this from. I think I was just searching and looking and YouTubing one day, and I got down a rabbit hole and I found out that you could create websites with Canva. And so I was like, and I got to messing with it, and I had somebody who is no longer on Facebook anymore, but she wanted to have a party online, but I felt like it wasn't personal enough for me to just give her a link and for her to send that out. So what I did was I created this Canva website and I personalized it to that person. And I put their name of the party on there, which I'll show you guys real quick too. I'm just giving you a brief overthink, but everything is clickable. So even if they happen to just click the name, it's going to bring them to their party link, because that way like, I don't want them to get lost and I don't want them to think it doesn't work. So everything's clickable. What I do is I put my party jot form, which is what I use. But I put that on there for party packets. Like Jen was talking about the 0 to 10, like I use that too. You get so much information from that. And then if they want, they can get a free party packet. Or if they just want to shop on her personal shopping link, they can click that. Or if they would want to flip through the catalog, I also put that on there too. So I feel like when you're sending out one link with all of those options, it's a lot more, I don't know how to, I don't want to say professional, but it's more of a different look than just sending your, like as a hostess, sending your link out like, hey, shop from me. So I feel like this was just a really good option. So me and Jody were talking about it, and this is what it is. And I just hit share screen, right? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. So how I learned was to use the, if you click on social media from Canva, to use an Instagram story template, I guess, to start. However, I was messing around with it before we started, and really you can use anything. I think maybe this is just for a lot of people using their phones, because it's the same width of your phone. So I think if you use something else, they would have to scroll sideways. And so this is why they use this template. So I clicked on that, but you can really use anything that you would like. I think this is actually the template I used for mine, which I'll show you guys after too. But you can edit all of this. Hold on, let me make it. You can edit all of this and put in all of the links here, which I will just, actually, I'll just go to mine because that would make it a lot easier than trying to create a new one. But I really like that style. Sorry, I should have pulled this up ahead of time. So this is how mine looked. I just did step 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, I'm trying to zoom in a little bit so you can see it. But everything's clickable. So this is what it looks like. It'll say Carly's online Scentsy party. And then if they click this, or if you click it, let me move you guys over here. If you click it, then you can hit the 3 little dots and you can click the link. So when you do this, this is where you're gonna put in your Scentsy party link, because I want them, if they just happen to click the name, I want them to end up in the party, essentially the most out of everything, right? So you're gonna apply that, but I do it to like the words and I do it to the square. So depending on where they click, I want it to all be linked, because sometimes that's weird when you're clicking with your finger, like you have to click directly on it. So I do the box and I also do the words. So when you come down here, this is my free party packet. So again, if you click the words, I hyperlink it here. And then I also will just select the box and hyperlink it again. So you click it, put your link in, and I do that for everyone. So then if it is attached to a Facebook party, I add the party group on there as well. And I just send out my hostesses this link. So everybody can join. So they are actually inviting people to the party and not just mass adding people to the party group. And so they'll click and join there, and then they can shop the personal link here or check out the interactive catalog below. And this was the first kind of like template I did for a long time. And now I'm changing it. And at the bottom of my other ones, I have like my logo. It'll bring it to my Facebook business page. I have like Facebook and Instagram, so they can find me there. You could also link like your VIP pages if you guys have that as well. And then it will bring them to all of that. So no matter what they click, they're able to find you and get to you. My biggest thing is like, please do step 1. because then I know that I have their information and can follow up with them for future things, even if they don't order. It's very important for me to get that information. So when you're sharing, I hit the 3 little lines. You're going to get all of these options. But if you scroll down under share and you click see all, you're going to go down to where it says website. And when you click on website, you're also going to click scrolling as your option and then open website. And this is what it looks like when they click on it. So when they open it, you now have this beautiful display of your whole party on there. And you can totally make it editable. If you want to use your hostess's picture, you want to use your picture, you want to put a video on here. That's really what I'm leaning towards moving to, is doing a welcome video like, hey, this is Kimmy, your Scentsy star director, you know, like just introducing myself, because online connections and parties are not nearly as personable as doing in-party events or parties or anything like that. So for me, I want to get that connection more than your average Joe, right? I want to be able to stand out so people come back to me and to party and to keep sharing with their friends and family. So this is essentially what it looks like. I also will use like I'll personalize this link, send it out to them, and then they'll use that forever. So if this is their personal shopping link, I keep it open for the 90 days, 85 days is what I tell them. And then if they share it with friends or family, then they get the rewards from it. And then also if I'm using this for a party, they'll have this open just until their party closes. But I feel like this is a lot more prettier to look at than it would be for me just to give them a link to share. So this is what I've been doing, and I really talk really fast, so I apologize. But are there any questions?
I think everyone's kind of mind blown. So I just want to add that in order for you to make this a link to send to somebody, this URL at the top that Kimmy just had up. Can you go back to that, Kimmy?
Sorry. Yeah,
No, that's okay. And I'll also show you what I did with mine to give you some other ideas. And again, the ideas can be endless. Like, we're just getting going with this. So that URL right there at the top, that is the URL that you want to send to your hostess, because that URL will take them to this website where all of these clickable links are at. If you don't send that, then the image, and you just do a JPEG or a PNG or a PDF, nothing is clickable. So, and I'll tell you what I did last week with it when she showed me this, which was just mind blowing to me. I knew I needed to get out some catalogs before I left on vacation, and I also knew I was going to make sure I sent personal party links to those people, right? I don't necessarily ask for parties. I kind of just tell people, hey, here's your shopping link, and it's good through, and I put an end date on it, and it's usually around day 80, so that way they know if they don't get, contact me or they don't do anything with it, it's going to automatically close out. So I know this is kind of hard. I'll show you the real picture in just a minute, but this is kind of the text message that I sent as a test. Now, the first 10 people who got this are customers of mine. I feel safe telling them that they're getting a party. So I made it, and I was able to get their image, because I can save it as an image, right? And I sent it to them with the text that says, I'm mailing the catalogs this week. I created a Scentsy savings link for you. Whoops. So you can text this to everyone who normally shops your party. It will take them to an image that they can click on. Super cool, right? When they shop, you start racking up the rewards. So send and share your links to as many people as you can and bank up those rewards. This is good for 80 days. And this is at the bottom. Can you see the URL? That's that URL that Kimmy just showed you. Okay. So let me show you what I did on mine, which is a little bit different than what Kimmy did on hers, but.
And that was my very first like link I ever did. So I'm definitely playing with it a lot more. And I did see somebody ask if I still do a Scentsy party before my chat went away. And that is up to you, or up to the hostess. So this is a really good way to do just an online, kind of like a text party, I guess you could say. And you also can do a Facebook party with it. And so this is like that, going to the group, that's the Facebook party. So this is what the host sends out to invite people to that group. So I saw somebody ask about that. And so, yeah, you can use anything to shorten the link. I also just saw that pop up, and you don't have to have Pro. You can use just the regular Canva account.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry, Judy.
Oh, and you, again, like she said, you don't have to attach this to a Facebook party. This particular invite right here, or clickable party, as I call it, is not attached to a Facebook group whatsoever. So every time you click where it's underlined is how you know it's been hyperlinked. So this will take to Chris's party. If they click on her, this is a picture of the hostess. They click on that or this, it'll take them all to that party. This will take them to my Google form. This takes them to the Vimeo video that Scentsy did for our Alaskan cruise. My logo takes them to my join page, and Facebook takes them to my VIP group. So you can really hyperlink anything you want in here, but everything is clickable. So when she sends out, when I download, we hit the three dots and you go down to, sorry, you guys are in my way, website. And again, scrolling and open website, this URL that I just highlighted, that's what you have to text to your hostess. That is the link that she will text or Facebook message or however she chooses to people, which will bring them here where everything is clickable. So it's kind of genius, if I do say so myself, Kimmy. I love it. And it's been wonderful. And like I said, I haven't really used it much. I sent it out before I went on vacation to those people, and they were all like super excited about it. So hopefully it produces well. So does anybody have any quick questions on that?
I see some questions in the chat. The step on the link, I can't talk. The link on step 1 is actually my Jot form. So that's what I use to collect their info to send out party packets. So really it's advertising them to get a free party packet, but it's my drawing slip. It's my lottery ticket. It's whatever you want to call it. It's my way of getting their information, even if they don't place an order, because I ask questions on there, like Jen was talking about earlier. How interested are you in getting stuff for free? How interested are you in, making friends and traveling the world? How interested are you in getting a discount on your favorite products, Scentsy Club, So I ask those questions in there so they don't have to place an order to get that. And I let people know that too. Like, this is a totally free sample packet. I also tell them that the first 10 people to do it get a special VIP packet. And it's only because I put like 2 more samples in there. But it gets people to fill it out, and you get all that information in return. And I've been using this with Facebook parties, like in conjunction, and just like Jody was saying, like a personal shopping link, your personal Scentsy savings account as well. And so that's where I'm kind of like changing how I initially did it. Obviously that was in the spring, and so I'll want to change it for like fall and stuff like that too, but still a work in progress. But I just think it's like such a good idea to make yourself stand apart from other people.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Kimmy.
You're welcome.
I think we covered everyone's. Someone wanted to know if your Jot form is available for others to use.
I mean, you're more than welcome to see it. I can, I think you can share it. I will, let me see. You guys talk and I'll see if I can share it.
Yeah. So you can use Google Forms, you can use Jot form, use
Yeah.
those links to collect the information. Again, I saw the question, so in case you missed it, Kimmy had said you don't have to have a pro account. People might have not known what pro account is, but pro account is a paid account, and you do not have to have a paid or pro account to do so. Another question that I just saw,
Can you do it on
can
your
you do
phone?
it from your phone? So I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know, Logan, and here's why, because I would never do it from my phone. I can't work, for me personally, I can't work like that from my phone. I need a desktop, so I don't know the answer to that. I'm sure you probably can, but it's very difficult for me on the phone. Jackie says you can, so there you go. You can.
There you go.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, I
have
just
the
think
option though, I always say desktop, always.
I actually always laugh because like Rachel Pence, she'll design, and even Anna,
I
they'll
know.
design like these crazy things on their phone, and I just cannot do it. I can't.
I was on
have
the
to,
phone
like,
with
do
Rachel
it.
one day and she created a whole graphic in like 1 minute. I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't even have my website pulled up and she's on her phone and done. I was like, wow. But that's just the difference of how your brain is kind of trained. Like I wasn't a phone person and I'm a desktop. So
I remember that day and you're like, wait, what? I just barely pulled, I
Right.
haven't pulled up the
I was just-
images yet, and you've already created a masterpiece. Okay, were there any other questions? We are at the top of the hour. I think that was so fun. I'm like, I had Anna text me, well, would you look at that? And that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah, would you just look at it? Like, it's incredible. I just think it's awesome. So I'm excited to give that a try.
So-
What did you mean about Facebook links? So only hosts invite to avoid mass inviting?
do you want me to answer or can we go ahead?
So what I mean by that is I tell all of my hostesses to try to keep their invites like under 30, like, because you would much rather have 10 people who actually want to be there and shop from your party than 400 people. It's not personal. And so at that point, like you have a lot more people, like you may have a lot of people invited to your party or group or whatever, but they're not shopping. They're not like, I get way more interaction and all that from a small group of people who actually want to be there than not. So I tell all of my hostesses to personally invite the people they want to come to their party. And so they're sending out this link that I showed you guys to the people they want to invite to their party. And so she'll tell them, like, I give her instructions. I'm like, tell them to do step 1 and then tell them to join the Facebook group for your party on step 2. And so they'll do that. And if they don't want to be in the Facebook group or they don't have Facebook, then they can just shop right from the personal link right there. So she has all of her tools right there from one link. And that's like the easiest hostess coaching that I can do because it's all right there. So that is what I meant by I just give her that link to personally invite the people to the group. So she's not, and I tell her not to like mass invite, obviously, but they won't keep adding people to the group that way, at least not yet.
And a lot of times they don't listen. Like I'll even flat out like have a full coaching conversation, and the next thing I know, I see like 25 people just added, and I'm like, did we not, even like my good friends, did we not just talk about this? Like, where are you at? So I love that. I think there's a lot of great aspects that being able to just click. I love Jody having the Facebook and your Instagram. You can do both of those with icons. You can put those on there to link. So if you want them to follow you or to join a VIP group, there's just so many great options. Melissa, did you have something you want to add?
Oh, no.
Oh, you
I'm
unmuted.
muted.
That means you
No.
do. You have greatness to add.
No.
Okay.
No, but I will. Okay. I'll always say something. You knew this was coming.
Just pause. Just wait.
Yeah, right. Well, this isn't even why I unmuted, but I like us doing these kinds of show and tell things. So if there's ever anything that you guys want to learn or you want to see or you want to see in action, let one of us know. We're happy to program it and plan it and get the appropriate people to show it. Like Kimmy, thank you so much. Jody, thanks for bringing Kimmy in. But we're all, and it could be something little, it could be something big. We're all open to learning new things and new ways of doing things. And I know I've been trying really hard lately to not be such a dinosaur, not be so old school in my business. Like I'm really trying to learn from some of these younger whippersnappers that do things from their phones, and by the time, now I will say with the exception, Heather Gorsuch, she's an exception because by the time you think of something, Heather's already created it, printed it, and mailed it before I have even thought about how I would. So, and
Yeah, Heather,
Anna's
let's see your website that you already created.
Yeah, exactly. And Anna's a little bit like that too. So I'm trying to take some lessons from her and from Rachel and to sometimes not overthink things and just do it. Just do it. Get it done, do it, and move on. Because a lot of times I stick myself in the mud overthinking how I want to do things. And my girls know that I just experienced this with launching mystery bags on the fly on Friday the 13th. And, you know, typically I would not do it because I would have to overthink it and then plan it. And then time would pass and it would be the 15th. And I'd be like, oh, shoot, I was going to do the bags on the 13th. So I'm trying to be better with not overthinking and just doing. So if there's things that you want to see, things that you want to learn, let us know. We're happy to bring, you know, anything to you. If you want to see how somebody creates a basic graphic or a basic flyer, or how, you know, what somebody's process is for running a downline report, you know, any of those kinds of things, we can use Shift as a show and tell. So.
Wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. The other thing is I want to say really quickly is when we share these different types of party structures, as I guess we could call them, or types, if you have somebody that has turned you down before, that's the person that you approach and you say, hey, I'm trying something new. Will you be my guinea pig? Will you let me try this with you? I know you weren't interested in doing Facebook. I know you were interested. You didn't want to do an in-person one, or maybe an on the go, or whatever that looks like, whatever they've turned you down before. And that's the time to reach out and offer these new party styles, or to the ones that have told you no before, and let them be the ones that you try it out on. And I think when you also let them know, Melissa said guinea pig, I think that it lets them know that like there's a little bit less pressure, right? Because you're trying something new. Maybe they're hesitant to do it as well. And it kind of just all can tie together. Kimmy did drop that link here in the chat. So scroll up really quick before we end. If you're on Facebook, you should have joined us live over here. Sorry. You can always join us here live on the actual Zoom. What was that? Melissa, your mouth made.
All right, yeah, one more thing. So it does tie in. This is why I unmuted originally. Here's the thing that we lose sight of and we need to remember is that a lot of times when we offer the opportunity to party with us to somebody, and it comes to hostess coaching, and it comes to getting them to have a successful party, we tend to make it about us and us wanting the successful party, but it's really important that we remind them that the whole point of them having this party is for them to get the free and half price. So if they work with you, the more that you guys handhold, and meaning join hands with the hostess and you guys work together, and you're reminding them that the whole reason you're doing this party or this event or this fundraiser or whatever it is so that they benefit. A lot of times we get wrapped up in I don't want to be pressury and salesy, and I don't want to bother her, but I need the PRV, and we get so wrapped up in our own heads that we lose sight of the fact that this entire reason we're doing it is so they are successful. Because think about it. The more successful they are, the more free and half price products they get, the more Scentsy products they're using, the more opportunity you have to flip them because they were so successful in getting their friends and family to buy. So we have to, and I have to remind myself of this all the time, we have to make it about them. Why are we doing this? I need you to help me, and here's why we're not going to invite 400, and here's why you're going to personally invite people, because I want you to have the most successful party so that you can get your air purifier for half off and $78 worth of free product. Like, let's build your wish list now, and let's work together to make this super. So I just wanted to throw that plug out there because I know I fall victim to making it, you know, I get in my own head about things when realistically it's all about the hostess. It is all about them and what's in it for them. So that's it.
Absolutely. So we are going to wrap this up. I did put this in the chat, but I want to say it publicly as well because I don't want Kimmy to be blown up. Do not fully submit your form, that Jot form link that she just shared. Do not submit it because that will blow up her request, and that's a favor of her to show us her form. I clicked it. I was going to click there. I was like, oh, it's going to make me put all of this in just to see it, but just don't submit it at the end so that she's not blown up.
I figured it out though. If you go to the templates on Jot form, I now saved it. That's what I shared it to. I was like, how can I share it as a template? It went to Jot form's template. So it's under business templates. And if you type in Kimmy's online party packet registration, that I put it in the chat too, that should be the name. So it should come up for you to use as a template. Can't promise anything because I don't know, but I've never used somebody else's template, but you should be able to find it there. I'll keep playing with it. So if somebody wants to let me know if they can find it or not, that would be great. But yeah, please don't submit it because I only get like 100 submissions or something. So yes, please, you can click through it all you want, but please don't submit it.
Yes, perfect.
Thank you, Kimmy, for hopping on tonight with short notice and
Yeah.
helping us. We appreciate you. And thank you for
appreciate you
everyone
guys.
who spent the last hour and 11 minutes with us and tune in every Thursday. We appreciate you. We hope that you found some nuggets and some tools that you can take back and apply to your business to help you become even more successful than you already are. So again, we will see you guys next Thursday. I won't be here, but I'll miss you
won't be here.
guys. Yeah, we're both scheduled off next Thursday, so to speak.
Yeah. So, but somebody will be here.
Somebody
I'll
will
be
be,
here.
but we will not.
I
Heather
will be here.
Yes.
Liz will be here. Somebody will be here. But
I'll
all
be
right.
here.
Have a good night. Wait, guys. We'll talk to you next week.